because right now they'll probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on third down.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's real.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 49er fans likely holding their breath watching Garoppolo scramble, but that time it pays off. He's in one piece, and he's got the first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Focus, defense, focus.
Get hot!
Garoppolo on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, a 22.
Ready? Watch it down. Here we go, here we go. Let's keep bringing it. Bring it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scott Miller making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 36, Garoppolo. Then he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Hey, alert! 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 Go! Go! Well.
Oh, yeah.
On first down, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
On second down, it's Coleman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards, did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that, and even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On second down now, it's Coleman. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. First down San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. It's complete. It's Miller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
65.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 44, Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Jones. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he's got Rome. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Winston now finding Godwin, complete. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. 1st down, Winston.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to launch this thing. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air again with Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here, as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the 49ers.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Ready.
Operating from the gun. Gay. And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Bring it! Bring it!
They run again with Breida, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on first down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let him come get the quarterback and dump it off. And there could be some room to roam.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Winston escaping the pressure right toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Jameis to throw it. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a bat.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 33 yards. As his guys are able to pull a bit closer, they'll try and run it in with Coleman. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go! 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Looking to throw on second down. Winston looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there or the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least. 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll run it with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long for Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Listen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here we go.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. That one good for 26 and a first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try the right side with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
21. Here we go.
Say.
11. Hey, Delta.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Check 45 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be smooth. Mike, 45.
He's timing me.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Here we go.
first down. Coleman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Wait. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Here's Winston. It's caught. It's Miller. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Winston. That's caught by Howard. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Go, Mike 51, Mike. Hey, let's go.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They're going to clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Jim. 21. 1, Omaha. Hey, box truck.
45 to Mike.
All right.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Garoppolo to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders with time running out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20! Watch the run, watch the run!
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason.